Welcome, 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 welcome to another edition of TBQ Talk. How y'all doing? I know it has been ages since we put this together, and things were very busy. Then all of a sudden they come to a screeching halt. Anyway, this is going to be quick. I wrote some questions over the past few weeks since there's no baseball, there's no nothing, which is what I do, broadcast high school and college baseball. So I decided to take the hours that I spent doing that and write a few questions. So I did. Now, let me preface this before I go any further. First of all, I did not edit them. Second of all, in the past 2 weeks, I wrote almost 1,800 questions. So they're yours to do whatever that you want. If you don't like them, throw them in the garbage. If you do, and they are helpful, I only ask one thing: that you send a little money to the Bible Quiz Scholarship Program and help that out. And without any further ado, I'm going to show you how to get these questions. Pretty simple. Let me go over here, and the first thing I'm going to do, because it'll be just like you, is I'm going to send these to you in an email. So, switch on over here. I opened my email up, and what I did is sent them to myself. If you notice right here, I opened up a little Yahoo thing, and they're entitled Gospel of John. So in order to get those questions, I go to my email, I click on this right here, and it says open. Well, we're going to open it. Normally it'll find this program for you. If you have Question Writer or Question Writer Pro, it'll have it. All you have to do here is go like this, bing, bang, boom, and it's going to open up my program, and you'll see all the questions right there. Here it comes right now, so I'll close the email up, and bingo, there they are. So now what am I going to do with them? I just don't want to read through them. You'll see I have questions from just about anything, 1 to 21. So the first thing I'm going to do is File, Save As. And if you want it to be saved in the right place, normally in your documents, if you can see right here, this is your documents, you'll see 2020 AG John. That's the folder I want to save it to, and I've already done that, Gospel of John. Normally, that's where you'll find it. So I click Save, and then I'm going to close this program and open up my Question Pro. And when I do that, there it is. And here's the questions that I wrote. So they're already in there for you. So what do? Well, we've got a plethora of choices. Whoops, we didn't want that because everything's done. Sorry, clicked on the wrong one. But here, I'm going to click on, better check the questions, open up a set. Now when you click on that, don't fail me now, let's open up. Do you see all these sets we have in here? You really don't want to do that because I have them in no order. But list questions, this will list every single question that's in there. It takes a little while because 1,800 questions is a lot. Best I could do. My goal was 2,000, but I fell a little bit short, and I figured it's getting kind of boring out there in the world since we're not allowed to do anything. So I figured, well, quizzers could use these questions to help themselves out because, Lord willing, we're still going to have nationals. I'm just counting, praying for that. I can't wait to see everybody there. And might be able to squeeze in some regionals too. We don't know. We'll have to abide by the rules, be safe, and we don't want anybody to get sick because we want you all, if it's possible, to go to nationals. Now, there's every single question that's in there, and there are tons. A lot of 20s and 30s, of course. And the other thing I did not do, and I told my team this too, I don't believe in essence questions. Now, they're good for the matches, don't get me wrong, but I told my kids, if you do essence question and you mess up, you're at the mercy of the judges. So every one of my questions is a quotation question. I mean, not all the questions, but any questions I ask are quotation questions. So you could probably, give them an essence. Okay, that'll be fine. I'll do that. But that's, you do what you want to do. Now, the first thing I did, if you look at the black and blue arrows over here, right next to the globe, that's where you can open up your questions. Now you can do chapter breakdowns. You can just have one chapter, two chapter. Let's do this. I'm going to do 1, 4, and 13. Okay, that's the chapters that I want. Available questions, 284 from there. I'm just going to use 3 sets of 20. Now, there aren't quite as many 10s as there are 20s and 30s, but we'll see what happens here. Here comes my output. We're going to click on there, and let's see what we get. Sorry, it takes a little bit of time because it's running through a lot of questions. But you're going to have a set of questions come up here, 3 sets as a matter of fact, and this is how you can practice. It's coming, trust me. Oh, there it is. Must not have clicked it right. Process? Yes, we want to process. And bingo, there are your questions. Question number 1 for 10 points, statement of question. The unique word wage is found in 1 chapter. Identify this chapter. That's pretty simple. Let's go down to 7 for 20 points, 2-part question. 6-part chapter analysis answer from John 1:45. John 1:45 names which individuals and contains which geographical locations. And there are your sets. You got page 1, 2, 3, 4. You just keep on going. Okay, you want to do a new set? That's fine. You can close that up. Do you want to mark the questions as used? Yeah, you can do that. This time I'm just not going to do it. Let's do this. You can do a breakdown. Let's just do chapter. Click this off. You can do as many chapters as you want. I'm going to do 17 because I don't know what's there. Specific types of questions. So from 17, I want, what do I want? I want scripture text. Okay, so I'm going to click on there because maybe we're not scripture text. We're struggling on a little bit. So I'm going to click all 3 of those, scripture text, get my output coming here. Only 4 questions in chapter 17 that are scripture text, so there they are. Scripture text quotation question from the section titled, Jesus Prays to be Glorified. Quote the closing verse of the section title, quote, Jesus Prays to be Glorified. Pretty simple, straightforward. One more time, I'm going to go over how you do that. Let me close this up for a second. No, I don't want to mark them and close that up. I'm going to close this up. One more time, I'm going to email them to you. First of all, you have to request them. So your email address that you want to request is what was up there before. Or let's just we're going to use simple one because I have a feeling that there'll be a lot of demand for this. So simple, write this down. Dave, D-A-V-E. That's pretty simple. At JTP, that's John, Tom, Paul. If you look right up here in the corner, there it is, cms.com. Dave at jtpcms.com. Look at the corner right here. This is where I want you to email. Just say, hey, Dave, I want your questions. No problem. So what I'm going to do is send them to your email address because I already have them. When you open up your email address, remember, click right here. It's going to give you open with question writer. Oh, yeah, baby, that's what I want to do. Just click OK. Now, it'll take a little bit to open them because it has to open your question writer. There it comes. And boom, there it is. Now, this is only in the question writer. This is where I wrote most of my questions, okay? So, you want to do File, Save As. Pardon me. You want to do Save As. Go to your documents because you're going to see right here. Let me open this up a little bit bigger. And right here it says 2020 AG John. That's what's going to be in your document section. So you want to take that. You can save it as ever you want. Click on your little deal there. I've already have it saved as Gospel of John. You click Save. Once you do that, it's there. Close this up. I'm going to close up my email. And then I'm going to go to John's Question Writer Pro. You'll see those are all the practice sets that you got with up top here. Those are all the sets you got with Question Pro. Right down here, check on this one. And then you start. Right here is where you write the questions, right next to the globe. Click on that, and it'll let you suggest. If you want all, you can select all the chapters, whatever chapter you want. Not a problem there. You can select just 10 pointers, 20 pointers, or 30 pointers. You can just have quotation, reference, application, multi-point questions, just chapter analysis, complete analysis. You can just make these things go however you want. There's 1,800 of them. I hope that you enjoy them all. Once again, I ask one favor. If you don't like them, throw them in the garbage. Just edit, delete. If you do, I ask that you either send to Pastor Bernie or somehow find the address for the Bible Quiz Scholarship Program. I think that's a good deal. I love it for these young adults. I wish them all in the best in the world. Please, everybody stay safe. If you have any questions about this or doing this, once again, here, I'll show you where. Did I close that up? I bet I did, didn't I? Yeah, shame on me. Let's see if I can get it real fast to show you where that name is, just in case. Mail. Okay. If you look up in here, there's my John. Okay, right here on the right, you'll see a big D. And it says Dave at jtpcms.com. That's where you want to send your email. Just say, hey, Dave, I want those questions. I'll send them right out to you. Once again, you have a great night. Stay safe. Keep on praying and trust in the Lord with all your heart. And the hardest part of that is lean not on your own understanding. Acknowledge him in all the ways, and he will make straight your paths. I love you all. God bless you. Have a great night.